Greetings, brave viewer. 'Tis I, King Arthur, yes, that King Arthur, resurrected not by sword or sorcery, but by your almighty curiosity and the almighty algorithm. Now, before we dive into a tale of exploding ships, royal pride, and soggy Spanish dreams, allow me this brief nightly request. If you find yourself entertained or enlightened by this historic escapade, do smash that like button with the force of a trebuchet, subscribe for more tales told with steel and sarcasm, and leave a comment below. Perhaps your favorite historic disaster. Now then, let's set sail for 1585. The late 16th century. England smelled of wet sheep and ambition, and Spain was drunk on gold from the New World. Two kingdoms, two egos, one colossal misunderstanding. Or rather, many small ones, stacked high like poorly stored barrels of gunpowder. I present to you the Anglo-Spanish War, an undeclared slugfest between Elizabeth I of England and Philip II of Spain that lasted a ridiculous 19 years. Yes, 19. Long enough to raise a child and disappoint them. You see, Spain had been the big kid on the block since Columbus tripped over the Caribbean. With its mighty fleets and holy mission to convert everyone, Spain felt it had divine license to boss around the oceans. England, on the other hand, was the scrappy upstart, more pub brawl than empire, led by a red-headed queen with a spine forged in fire and a navy full of pirate-adjacent explorers. Enter Francis Drake, sailor, hero, thief, depending on whether you're asking an Englishman or a Spanish bishop. Things really kicked off when England started poking Spain's colonial eye. Elizabeth sponsored privateers, basically pirates with paperwork, to raid Spanish ships. Spain, naturally, was less than thrilled. Then Elizabeth really turned the knife by executing Mary, Queen of Scots, who happened to be a Catholic darling and a thorn in England's side. That was Philip's last straw. He gathered his invincible armada, a fleet of over 130 ships, and pointed it at England like an angry floating sermon. The Spanish Armada. So many ships, so many dreams, so little understanding of English weather. In 1588, this grand armada set sail, heavy with soldiers, priests, and the kind of self-righteousness only religious empires can truly muster. Their plan? To rendezvous with Spanish forces in the Netherlands and invade England, restoring the Catholic faith with a gentle blend of cannonballs and foot soldiers. What they got instead was fire. Literal fire. The English, under commanders like Lord Howard and Sir Francis Drake, launched fire ships, burning hulks sent into the tightly packed armada. Chaos ensued. Spanish ships scattered like startled pigeons, crashing into each other and fleeing into the choppy channel. The English chased them up the coast, firing with more speed and accuracy. And when the Armada tried to loop around Scotland and Ireland to return home, oh dear, tempests awaited. Divine winds, perhaps? If so, the Almighty clearly had a sense of humor. The Spanish lost more ships to weather than to warfare. Of the original 130, maybe 60 limped home, battered, hungry, and no longer invincible. Now, here's the ironic twist. Despite the epic failure of the Armada, the war didn't end there. No, it dragged on like a bad bard song. England tried its own invasions, most of which went equally sideways. The Spanish rebuilt their navy and continued to harass English waters. Both sides threw money, soldiers, and pride into the furnace for another decade and a half. All for what, you ask? Absolutely nothing. No treaty, no clear winner. Just two exhausted kingdoms agreeing to stop punching each other in 1604. It was like a bar fight that ends when everyone runs out of beer. Philip II died. Elizabeth died. Their successors looked around and said, "Shall we not?" So what have we learned, dear viewer? That pride sinks ships. That wars rarely go as planned. And that calling something invincible is just begging fate to laugh in your face. Now, if you enjoyed this tale of royal egos, flaming boats, and meteorological justice, I kindly ask, nay command, you to like this video, Subscribe for more legends retold with a sharp tongue, and comment below, which historic blunder should I dissect next? Until then, I remain your faithful storyteller from Camelot. King Arthur out.